Hey there, folks! We're excited to invite you to the Lavender Rose Winter Gala, a special fundraiser event for people who are part or ally of the LGBTQ community, specifically 11th and 12th graders aged 17 to 18. We'll be raising funds to grant the Bella Rose Award to a kindness ambassador, a senior student who shows respect, compassion, and encouragement in their everyday life. Join us on Saturday, February 10th, 2024 at the Coverdale Recreation Center during the Town of Riverview's Winter Carnival. It's going to be an amazing night celebrating inclusivity and our differences. And guess what? You can get 20% off your $35 ticket by using the code BTBS at checkout. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Spread kindness while saving some cash. Can't wait to see you there. Welcome to Beyond the Binary, the show, where we explore the complex and diverse experiences of individuals who are part or ally of the LGBTQ community. I'm V. Bernier, and I'm thrilled to have Sandrine Lagacé join us today for an enlightening conversation. Now let's get to know our guest today. What is your name, age, and pronouns?
Hi there, my name is Sandrine Lagacé. I'm 18 years old. I use she, her pronouns.
When did you realize that you were part of the queer community, and how did you come to acceptance with it?
Honestly, I'm not really sure how I realized. I really did just wake up one day and I was like, damn, I guess I like girls now. And yeah, here we are now. And I already like had a lot of friends that were part of the LGBTQ plus community. So like it wasn't ever like a bad thing in my mind. So I accepted myself like instantly.
Do you have a coming out story? If so, what was that like?
Well, mine is definitely not as dramatic as uh in movies and stuff, but I for the most part it was just pretty chill. I I do remember as soon as I realized I called my best friend and she was like, "Oh my god, yay."
What would you say are your special interests and hobbies?
Lately I really like Norse mythology and like tarot cards, and I also have really been into fashion and sewing.
Now let's dive into where you went to school. Was the staff and the other students surrounding you accepting of who you were?
I graduated from École Lagacé, and uh, people there pretty accepting. Most of my teachers were pretty chill. I mean, some of them less than others, but for the most part, it was pretty chill.
Where do you go to school now? How has that experience been?
I'm currently midway through the Foundation Visual Arts program at New Brunswick College of Craft and Design in Fredericton. I really like it there. Everyone is so kind and friendly. It really feels like home, and at no moment have I ever felt like if I didn't belong.
What made you decide on art school?
I've always been a very creative person, and I've been drawing since like forever. So it just kind of happened, honestly. I grew up watching a lot of YouTubers that talked about going to art school, and my dad went to an art school, so I always thought it was just the coolest thing. So when it came to choosing what I was going to do, well, it was a pretty obvious choice.
Now, how about your friends? Were they accepting when you came out to them?
I had a lot of different reactions from my friends when I came out as bisexual. All of them were pretty positive, though. Some of them thought I are. Some of them didn't even realize I wasn't out already. A lot of them were like, "Yay!" and then some of them were like, "Okay, so what do you want to do later?" So honestly, coming out to a bunch of people that are already out is not really the biggest deal.
How would you say your family's attitude is regarding your sexuality and gender identity?
I've had a pretty good experience with that with my parents. Luckily, my entire family is really supportive. I they're so supportive, in fact, that I literally just straight up forgot that I didn't come out to them, and my mom just asked me. She was like, "Hey, are you bi?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, lol." And then we just went on with our conversation from before. But my as long as I still do the dishes, my parents don't care. Um, Even my dad brought me to Pride last year, and um, I have my older half brother is uh, pansexual and trans, so I already knew that my parents were going to be supportive even before I came out.
Now, tell me about someone you look up to and why.
I really look up to my dad. Um, I think it's pretty obvious considering I'm in at his old school about to go in graphic design, which is what he did. Uh, but I I've always I've always loved his creativity.
How has your relationship status changed over time? What is it now?
Well, when I was in ninth grade, before I even realized I was bisexual, I had a boyfriend for 2 months, uh, and then uh, I just didn't date anyone for 4 years until and then for a month I was talking to this guy, uh, like really recently, but it didn't work out. So single Pringle.
Now, what made you want to come on the podcast today, Sandrine?
Well, obviously it's because you are my child and I want to support my child. But for real, I thought that this was a really awesome idea and I wanted to be a part of it and hopefully show that it's not just bad experiences that people have, but people can have completely normal, mundane experiences with being in the LGBTQ plus community.
What is one thing you'd like to teach our viewers about today?
Well, I'd love to teach everyone a little bit about Norse mythology. Um, fun fact, Loki actually has three children, one of which is a giant serpent. You know, the world serpent? Yeah, that's his kid. And then a giant dog. And then also one of them is a horse with 8 legs. He became a lady horse and birthed a horse. And also, uh, it's in the old text. It talks about him tying a rope to his own testicles and the other end to a goat's beard just to make someone laugh. So that's fun.
This has been Beyond the Binary, the show, where we explore the complex and diverse experiences of individuals who are part or ally of the LGBTQ plus community. This episode was produced by V. Bernier, which is I, and written by Sam Bédard. We can be reached at v.bernier.btb@gmail.com. If you enjoyed this episode, please let us know in the comments section. And remember, there's always a fruitiness before your very eyes. Thank you for watching, and thank you for being here. This is V. Belnier signing off. Till next time.
This video was recorded on the unceded, unsurrendered traditional land of the Mi'kmaq and the Wolastoqey, governed by the Treaties of Peace and Friendship. These lands, along with many others, are indigenous lands, and we acknowledge whose land we occupy.